Whether you're trying to find a good travel or cashback card, picking the right one can be hard. So here are the 7 best cards of 2025, updated for the spring, starting at the bottom of the list with the Chase Freedom Unlimited. That allows you to earn 5% back on travel booked through their travel portal, 3% back on dining and drugstores, and then 1.5% cash back on everything else. In addition to that, this card also has an intro bonus that allows you to earn $200 when you spend $500 in the first 3 months of account opening, and has a 0% introductory APR. So for those of you that are looking for a balance transfer, this is a solid option. Now, with that said, the Chase Freedom Unlimited is a great starter card for those that are entering into the Chase ecosystem, as it will allow you to actually start building a relationship with that bank, especially if you want to open up one of their more premium cards in the future. However, if you want to look for a cashback card that wasn't in the Chase ecosystem, the other cards I would suggest are either the Capital One Saver or the Capital One Quicksilver, which both have great benefits, but trust me, down the line, being part of the Chase ecosystem is very beneficial. Now, who would I say the Freedom Unlimited is for? Well, I'd say that this is a great card, especially for beginners who are looking for some great cashback perks and potentially want to be a traveler in the future. And because of the 3% back on dining, it's great for if you're going on a date night or if you're just going out with friends and you want to put your card down to earn that cash back. In addition to that, with the 1.5% cash back, this also allows you to earn cash back at a higher percentage on other categories that aren't covered under that dining, drugstore, or travel. With that said, the Chase Freedom Unlimited is one of my favorite cashback cards. But moving on to this, let's talk about the next card, the Bilt Mastercard, which is another no annual fee card. However, with this one, you actually have the ability to earn points instead of cash back, with the biggest point category allowing you to actually earn points on your rent payment without paying a transaction fee. And you heard me right, the Bilt card is actually one of the only cards on the market that actually allows you to earn points on your rent, as well as covers the transaction fee once you have 5 transactions on this card per month. So if you pay rent to a landlord or property management through their portal, when you use a credit card, you're normally charged something around a 3% fee. Bilt then covers that fee as long as you hit 5 transactions on the card per month, whether it's for gas, groceries, dining out, whatever, and allows you to earn points on that rent payment. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Jabari, what if my landlord or property manager doesn't actually take a credit card? And the Bilt card actually provides you with either an ACH number or a check directly to that property management team, making it really easy for anyone to use. In addition to that, this card also allows you to actually earn 2x points on travel and 3x points on dining. So if you plan on using your 5 transactions on any of those items, you actually earn those extra points as well. However, with that said, because the 5 transactions is such an important requirement to earn those points on rent, I normally recommend to people that they actually set up subscriptions for those 5 transactions every single month, whether that be Spotify, Hulu, Netflix, or any other sort of subscription. Setting up your card this way actually allows you to have a predictable month-to-month bill, and because of that, you can pretty much set it on auto pay so you make sure you never miss a payment. Now, I will say that this card doesn't have an intro bonus like other cards on this list. However, because you do have the ability to earn points on this card, you can use their transfer partners. So you can use your points on United, Marriott, Hilton, or a myriad of other partners. Now, the only question left is, who is this card for? And I'd say that the Bilt card is definitely for renters. However, you should know that the Bilt card does have a higher credit score limit than some of the other basic cards out there. With that said, it's often seen that the recommendation for this card is having at least around a 700 credit score. Bilt is a fairly new company, and they want to make sure that the customers that they have come on are maintaining their bill and paying their cards off on time and in full. With that said, if that is you, I couldn't recommend this card enough. Moving on to the next card on this list, we have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which is a $95 annual fee travel card and one of the best ones out there. Not only can you earn 5x points on travel purchased through the Chase Travel Portal, but in addition to that, any of the points you redeem through the travel portal are worth 25% more. And that's for all Chase cards. So as long as you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, your Chase Freedom Unlimited points or your Chase Freedom Flex points are going to be upgraded to that 25% more value. And while this is great, that's not the only benefit that this card actually provides, because in addition to that 5x points that you receive on your travel through the Chase Travel Portal, you'll also receive a $50 annual hotel credit through that portal as well. The $50 you spend towards that hotel is not eligible for that 5x points. However, everything outside of that towards travel is. This card actually allows you to earn 3x points on dining, 3x points on online groceries, excluding Target, Walmart, and wholesale clubs, 3x points on select streaming services. And remember, if you have something like the Chase Freedom Unlimited, all the points that you earn with that card can also be used on the Chase Sapphire Preferred's travel portal as well. Now, with that said, the earning capabilities of this card are great. However, I will say that this card does not have something like lounge access, but there are other cards on this list that we'll get to shortly that do have lounge access. So, who would I say this card is for? Well, I'd say it's for the occasional traveler, but maybe not the frequent traveler that needs access to a lounge, but definitely someone that wants to earn additional points and travel for their future. Now, next up, we have one of my favorite cards, the American Express Gold Card, a $325 annual fee card. That is by far my favorite dining and food card out there. And that's because of the fact that with this card, you actually have the ability to earn 4x points on dining out and at supermarkets, up to $50,000 and $25,000 to spend each year respectively. And in addition to that, this card also has an intro bonus where you can earn 60,000 points when you spend $6,000 in the first 6 months of card membership. And those points are worth at least $600 towards travel. That 60,000 point bonus is the standard bonus out there, but sometimes you'll find a higher personalized bonus that's catered specifically towards you. And you might be wondering, well, what if I've actually seen that higher bonus, but I can't find it again? Or maybe they sent it to you via a mailer. I'd recommend using something like Card Match, which I'll leave a link to in the description below. This should help you find one of the highest bonuses offered specifically for you, and also help support the channel when you use our link to open your account. So thanks in advance. With that said, while this card has a great intro bonus and great spending categories, it also has some great benefits like $120 a year in Uber Cash split up into $10 monthly, $120 a year in dining credits is split into $10 monthly and can be used at Grubhub, Five Guys, the Cheesecake Factory, and more, $84 a year split into $7 monthly in Dunkin' credits, and $100 a year split into $50 semi-annually for the over 10,000 restaurants on Resy. And for me personally, these are probably some of the easiest credits to use on any of the cards out there. So the only question left is, who is this card for? And I'd say that this card is specifically for the foodie or someone who even potentially likes to cook at home, because whether it's dining out or shopping at a supermarket, this card is made for you. With that said, the next card on this list is the Capital One Venture X, a $395 a year travel card that allows you to earn 10x miles on hotels and rental cars, as well as 5x on flights, all booked through their travel portal. And in addition to that, also allows you to earn 2x miles on everything else. And if that wasn't good enough, this card also comes with an intro bonus that allows you to earn 75,000 miles when you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months of account opening. And those 75,000 miles are equivalent to around $750 towards travel. So pretty good, right? But in addition to that, this card also comes with a $300 annual travel credit that can be used in the Capital One travel portal and an additional 10,000 anniversary miles after your first year. Those 10,000 anniversary miles are equivalent to an additional $100 towards travel, so pretty much just stacking on the value for your travel moving forward. With that said, traveling that much means you'll be going through the security lines pretty often, and Capital One's already thought of that, covering your TSA pre-check or global entry and providing you with lounge access. With the Venture X, you'll have access to the Capital One and Party Pass lounges, and even if something unforeseen happens during your travel, this card provides you with some insurance and protections for your trip, making it one behemoth of a travel card. Now, the only question is, who is this card for? And I'd say the Capital One Venture X is for those who are frequent travelers that want to earn miles on their trip and also want to skip the lines and relax in the lounge before their flight. With that said, while this card is great for travel and may feel like it's the perfect card for you, there are still 2 more on this list, with the next one being the Chase Sapphire Reserve, one of the best travel cards out there with a $550 annual fee. So higher than the Capital One Venture X, but with a bigger annual fee comes some pretty big benefits. Starting with the first one, your ability to earn 10x points on hotels and rental cars, as well as 5x points on flights, all booked through the Chase Travel Portal. And in addition to that, you also have the ability to earn 3x points on dining out. But maybe you want even more points than that. And I'd say one of the best ways to earn more points is through their intro bonus, which you could earn 60,000 points when you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months of account opening. And just like with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the Chase Sapphire Reserve actually allows you to redeem the points for more than what they are worth at face value, with the Chase Sapphire Reserve allowing you to redeem your points for 50% more when redeemed for travel. So instead of those 60,000 points being worth $600, those 60,000 points would be worth $900. And if that weren't great enough, this card also comes with a $300 a year travel credit that doesn't have to be used in their travel portal. So not only can you use it on something like hotels and flights, but you can even use it on taxis and tolls. Now, similarly to other cards out there, this card does provide you with a credit for either TSA PreCheck or Global Entry, plus has partner benefits with DoorDash and Peloton. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, Jabari, what about the lounge access? And I will say Chase is going all out this year because they've already opened up 2 new lounges specifically for their Chase Sapphire Reserve Lounge. They partnered last year with Air Canada to give you access to those lounges, and as like many cards out there, this card also provides you access with the Priority Pass lounges. So this card's pretty stacked. Plus, I can't forget to mention that this card also comes with its own insurance and protections, and one of the best parts of this card is that you actually have the ability to transfer your points out to some of their transfer partners. Some of the best being United, Air Canada, and Hyatt. But with that said, the main question is, who is this card for? And I'd say it's definitely for the frequent traveler. And at a $550 fee with all of these extra benefits, this card is definitely for someone looking to upgrade their travel experience. Because trust me, if you're someone that travels often and you haven't been to a Chase Sapphire Reserve Lounge, you definitely need to check them out. With that said, before we move on to the last card, if you want to learn more about this card or any card on this list, definitely check out the links in the description that also help support these videos when you open your account. So what do we have for the last card? Well, the last card has a $695 fee and is one of the best travel cards out there. And that's because with this card, not only do you have the ability to earn 5x points on prepaid hotels and flights booked through their travel portal or even through airlines directly, this card also has an intro bonus where you can earn 80,000 points when you spend $8,000 in the first 8 months of card membership, with those points being equivalent to around $800 towards travel. Now, if that weren't good enough, this card also provides you with over $1,000 in annual benefits, like a $200 hotel credit, a $200 airline fee credit, $200 a year in Uber Cash, and more. And like all the other travel cards on this list, also provides you with a credit for either TSA or Global Entry. But if those benefits, intro bonus, and spending categories weren't enough, then let's not forget that this card also provides you with lounge access to the Centurion Lounges, which is one of the largest network of lounges of any card issuer out there. So much so that it's actually larger than the Capital One and Chase lounges combined. Plus, like with those cards, it also provides you access with Priority Pass and even allows you access to the Delta Sky Club when you book an above economy seat. Plus, if your travel doesn't go as planned, it also has its own insurance and protections to add additional peace of mind. With that said, I'd say that this card is definitely for the more frequent travelers that want to have a more premium travel experience. And if you haven't figured it out already, this last card is the Platinum card by American Express, one of the best and most well-known cards out there, which brings me to something that you've got to start understanding. While we went over the basics of the Platinum card, there's so much more you need to know. Click this video to get a deep dive of that card, and see you there.